Hey everyone, this is Cody Smith, and I am here doing a critique on the old Pokemon Classic, Pokemon Gold version. And now, this version, I absolutely loved the Gold, Silver, and Crystal versions because that version of the Pokemon game was really fun. The Pokemon were cool looking, they had new designs, and it was just a big jump from the last region, which I believe was Kanto region. And the game, which were for the game's Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow version. Now, for this critique, I'm going to be going over three aspects of this game. One is the story, the second one is the gameplay, and the third is the multiplayer content in the game. Now, if you've known Pokemon, the third one there wasn't a lot, but I'll do my best, okay? Now, the story is a little bit different, but it's pretty much in the same fashion. You're on your journey, and you know, because you just turned 10 or 12, 13, whatever. It doesn't really specify, but usually you're 10, 13, 12, 20. Not 20, but 13. When you get your first Pokemon and become a Pokemon trainer. Sorry. And now Team Rocket comes back. They were the bad guys in the first one. You beat them. They disbanded. Now they're coming back. They're trying to get everybody back together. They're trying to bring back their leader. And let's see. So they're doing that, trying to by doing bad things. You know, they're cutting off some Pokemon's tail and trying to sell it and stuff to make money, and kidnapping Pokemon and stuff like that. And so they're in your way on your journey, and so pretty much you just have to take care of them again. And while you're doing that, you're also helping some NPCs. I know you do help Kirk because, well, he helps you, but you helping him helps you, so it's kind of one of those ways of helping. But you help him in his Slowpoke because they stole his Slowpoke. And so you pretty much do that, and then you're going after all the badges of the gym of that region. And then you have to go and defeat the Elite Four. And there's a cool thing they added in this one, which I don't think they've added it again, but it was a really good one. After you beat the Elite Four and finish your journey, you get a second journey. Well, that's what I'm calling it, a second journey, which you get to go into the previous region, because the Kanto and the Johto regions were connected by like a bit of water. I mean, you could just surf real quick over there. And by surf, that's a Pokemon move that lets you go across water. And let's see. So you can do that, and then you can collect those gym badges as well. And then, you know, you can always fight the Elite Four again and again and again, as many times as you want to train. And then after that, you as always, you try and complete the Pokedex. That's pretty much it for the story. Now the gameplay is a bit different. They did add some, it stays similar, which, as always, they stay similar like an RPG. You level up your Pokemon, they can learn new moves and evolve and be stronger. And you can catch other Pokemon and build your perfect team of awesomeness. Because, you know, Pokemon are awesome, so. Now, what they did add is a cool feature that makes it a bit easier to train your Pokemon, which was the ability to add certain trainers to the in-game contact list, because you have, like, this PokeNav, I think it was called, and there would be a phone on it. And sometimes after you beat a trainer, they would ask for your phone number. I'm sorry, I'm a bit sick. And there's a limited amount of people you can have on your contact list, though. But they made it easier to train instead of having to fight wild Pokemon. You can sometimes the NPCs would call you, and you know, just tell them about their day, or that they find, or they might have found something that you might want that they don't want, like some evolution stone or something like that. Or they might just call you for a rematch. And it really made the NPCs, characters, have more character, as no other word to put it, but it just made it seem more like they were actually people. You know, they'd call you, tell them about their day. Then there's this one girl that I loved whenever she called. She would like end up calling the wrong person. She would like think she was talking to her friend, and she'd be like, "Hey Taylor," or blah blah blah. And like, it'd be so funny. And then after like halfway through her story, she's like, "Oh, you know Taylor? Sorry, wrong number." it really made it just, it was a really nice touch. You know, there's other feature to, now that feature that just made it easier to train your Pokemon. You could battle people instead of having to battle just wild Pokemon, which aren't nearly as strong to level up to be able to fight the Elite Four. And now the other feature that they had in the old game, but it wasn't as complete. The old game, which when I say old game, I mean like red, blue, and yellow. But you could leave one Pokemon in the daycare and have it train and they would train it while you're doing your thing. Now this one, you can put two Pokemon in the daycare instead of one, and sometimes certain Pokemon will have an egg together, and then you can hatch it into either a new Pokemon or a level or a lower level of the same Pokemon, but at its first stage of evolution, which is really cool because some Pokemon you couldn't get except if you got it from an egg. And they did add a friendship and a friendship cycle and a night and day cycle, which was really nice. I really like that night and day cycle. And what I normally did, I normally ended up playing at nighttime because, like, you know, I'd do my homework and then I'd just watch TV and then it'd be nighttime. But so I normally ended up playing at nighttime, and there was this one Pokemon I didn't often get, which was a bird Pokemon, which appears during the day. It was a Pidgey. So I would end up getting the bat Pokemon, Zubat, which was able to evolve in a third form in this version from the new friendship system. As if you know Zubat, some people don't like it. Zubat was one of my top favorite Pokemon. Now Zubat evolves into Golbat in both versions, in the Kanto version, Kanto region. Now they added a friendship system that if it gets high friendship and you level up with high friendship, it will evolve into a third version, which is Crobat, which has extremely high speed. Now, I love that because I would normally get Crobat by the time I got to the third or second gym leader, because Crobat was a beast. And they did add two new EV forms, which EV is a Pokemon that's a genetic mutation Pokemon, like it can evolve into like several forms, different forms I might add, which are based on like they'll change like its type and stuff. But they added two new ones, which evolve based on friendship and what time of day it is. There's Espeon and Umbreon. Espeon would evolve Eevee would evolve into Espeon during the daytime with high friendship, and that's a psychic type. And Umbreon would evolve if you leveled up with high friendship at the nighttime, and that one is a dark type. So that was pretty cool. Now they did add, the multiplayer content was still really limited back in the day. It was really a pain to do. So, but it was old school, you know, that was the good technology then, so what can you do? No, that was good back then. But you could only either battle other trainers or trade with them. But to do so, you'd have to have this connection cord that you'd have to buy separately, you know, they make money off of that. And it would go, you would plug it into both systems, and you'd be able to trade or battle. Now, they had that in the old one too, but they kind of... Sorry about that, the thing, you know. Having trouble recording, but whatever. Now, what was I saying? They did improve upon the trading system, or the trading and battling system with other players. Because in the original, both players, as far as I remember, both players had to press the button that would have them save and then try to connect just about at the same time, for them to just try to connect at the same time. And that was really annoying, especially if you were by yourself. But they did it so like you don't have to do that you didn't have to do that anymore in the gold, silver, and crystal version. Now, this critique is pretty much the same for gold version, but the only difference really between gold and gold and silver version was that the two games, some Pokemon would appear in gold version that wouldn't appear in silver, and some would appear in silver that wouldn't appear in gold, so that you'd have to trade, you know. They just make it so you have to trade with someone. In Crystal, though, on the other hand, well, that's kind of a different. It's slightly different. It just added like a bit more color, and you could play as a female, which was the first. But the game was really good. It remains to be one of my top favorite Pokemon games. It brings back a lot of good memories. So that's all I guess I have to say for this critique. And yeah, bye bye.